Goodman-Davies, and welcome to my kitchen here in Lenox, Massachusetts, in the heart of the Berkshires. I own a company called Too Tired to Cook, which delivers yummy home-cooked meals all over Berkshire County. And I also own a company called Berkshire Country Gourmet, which ships gorgeous farm-fresh food to residents in Manhattan. It's kind of a farm-to-table thing. So you can live in a big city and still get the lovely food that we eat out here. It's kind of, you know, farm food, big city convenience. Anyway, it's great to see you guys. Today we are gonna make one of my absolute favorite dishes, which is a real tribute to my late father, and that is Chicken Chow Mein. This was one of my dad's favorite foods. He was a Jewish guy. We lived in Chinese restaurants, go figure. He always wished that I would date a Chinaman so I would learn how to make some good Chinese food. We didn't have to schlep out in bad weather. But anyway, I did that, and I'm gonna show you how I make my special chicken chow mein. So come over here with me to the skillet. In the skillet I have cooking up 3 beautiful plump chicken breasts. We like things plump and juicy here in the country. And what I've done is I've seasoned it in Mrs. Dash garlic and herb. I have to tell you, I love Mrs. Dash because it makes things so much faster and easier. You don't have to go spearing around with all different kinds of spices and making yourself nuts. You can just open a little, pour on Dash, and you are set. It is fabulous. Another product I love to use, which I poured on after the Mrs. Dash, is Soy Vey Island Teriyaki. I don't know if it's, you know, my Jewish yenta thing. I have to get a little going into my Chinese food, but I just think Soy Vey makes the most marvelous products. It's like sweet and spicy and salty, so it kind of satisfies all of those cravings at once. And it's great on chicken. We're gonna make the vegetables in another pan. I spray on a little pan just for coating. Now, I use olive oil even in my Chinese food. Some people use sesame oil, but I just love the taste of olive oil because, again, it's rich and nutty and fruity, and it just adds such like a sexy depth to food, I think, olive oil does. So I'm just putting a little olive oil on. For our vegetables today, I'm going to be using onions and scallions. I love this mixture. It really wakes up food and wakes up the flavor, I think. And I'm just going to put them on in the back so they get browning. Love it, love it. Oh gosh, I can smell it. I love the smell of farm fresh onions on my hands. We actually picked these from my garden, and I love to like bring it in the house, and the whole place just smells like, you know, wonderful food, fantastic, welcoming thing. Another thing we're going to be using today in the chicken chow mein is some fresh grown broccoli and cauliflower. Again, all this stuff is locally grown here in the Berkshires. Sometimes you can use Chinese cabbage and bok choy, which is wonderful. I love that. That's, you know, adds a whole different spin on it. But since I'm, you know, about supporting the local economy, I wanted to buy things that I could get here locally to show you. So I'm going to be putting this right in with the onions, mix it together, and then what's really going to make it Chinese is the water chestnuts and the bamboo shoots. Now these are in a can. I'm not going to lie to you folks. It's just the way it is. We don't grow bamboo shoots or water chestnuts in Berkshire County. So sometimes you got to cheat a little bit, which is okay. But, you know, that really adds that kind of, you know, Chinese thing happening. And, you know, this is an Asian dish, so you got to stick to that theme if that's where you're going with it. So again, you just pour it in. Now, again, if you want, you can add a little Mrs. Dash, the garlic and herb type thing. Again, I like it. I think it just wakes up the food a bit and adds an interesting flavor. Again, I'm not putzing around with all kinds of spices. It's like one-stop shopping. And again, back to my favorite Soy Vey Island Teriyaki. We're going to totally douse the veggies in that. And we're just going to let them cook till they're soft. I mean, do you believe how easy this is, right? There's no excuse not to make something like this for your family. because it's just easy cooking. I personally like to cut it because I think it goes faster on a skillet if you cut it and you get the pink right on the grill, and it just moves a lot quicker. Because they say since the smell wakes up your taste buds, and wow, that is surely the truth here. I am just getting ready for my chicken chow mein. Oh, do I love this. I'm wondering if my dad can smell this upstairs, if that's where he is. Maybe he's downstairs, maybe he's bouncing in between. He was a wild guy, let me tell you. So now, I'm going to stir up my Chinese vegetable mix. Now, I'm also going to add a little surprise. You don't have to do this, but some people like rice, some people like noodles in chicken chow mein. You can use Chinese noodles, you can use regular spaghetti, it's okay. I like to, even for more flavor, make a nice curried rice. I know that's not Chinese, but still, it just adds a little bit more zip. You know, it's from India, Asia. Asia's kind of near China, so what the heck, it's all in the same vicinity, right? So, I like this stuff, Near East rice pilaf curry. Again, it's fast and it's easy and it just tastes so good. And just, again, really, really wakes up the whole dish. So what I do is I just follow the directions, really. I just open it up, pour it in there, pour on the spices it comes with. Again, you're not futzing around with curry and shmurry and wondering what everything is, and you know, turmeric and all that nonsense. It's all mixed together for you nicely right here. Again, just whip it around with my finger a bit, and just add enough water to cover the rice. You don't want it too soaking, but it has to be covered. And just to keep things moist and kind of, you know, supple, we're going to add a bit of olive oil. Again, just to keep things kind of flowing like that. And you can just stick it in your micro, really, while things are cooking. I like 15-20 minutes, let's say 15 to start. So we're going to enter time cook, 1, 2, 3. And again, when this is done, you're going to have like a total meal to feed like 4 to 6 people, really. And you know, as you see, I'm doing very little work here. I think it's more to clean it up than it is to cook it.